All right, what is up, you guys? David Sherwack here. Today, I'm going to be recapping the Raptors 86-81. Can we just appreciate that score for a second? That is one of the lowest scoring games I've seen in a long time. 86-81 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. This was one of the scariest games I've ever watched in my life. I was down bad. End of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, the Raps were down bad. I was down bad. The Minnesota Timberwolves had probably their best second half of the season, I would say. Definitely their best third quarter of the season. And the Raptors had their worst second half, worst third quarter of the season, and the Raptors still won. The Timberwolves went on a 23-1 run at the end of the third quarter. The Raptors didn't score a field goal or didn't make a field goal for 8 minutes. For 8 minutes. It actually might have been more than that. I think it was going into the fourth. It might have been 10 minutes that they didn't make a field goal. They didn't make a shot for 10 minutes, and the Raptors still won this game. Now, does that tell you that the Raptors are good or that the Timberwolves are bad? Probably more that the Timberwolves are really bad because they are the worst team in the league. But still, the fact that the Raptors calmed down going into the fourth quarter, down by 6. They trailed by 8 at one point in the fourth quarter. Just chilled out. Pascal came up clutch. I mean, Pascal, you look at his stat line tonight, nothing jumps out at you. 10, 9, and 6. 4 for 10. Missed both of his threes. But what does jump out is those 3 blocks. Pascal played some of the best defense I've ever seen him play in the fourth quarter. Blocking threes, too. He had 1 block in the paint on Naz Reid, but Nas, I don't know. But he was blocking threes, man. Dude was just hustling, playing some of the best defense I've ever seen him play. Shout out to Terence Davis. I don't want to leave him out. He hit the game winner in this game, coming off the screen, hit the 3, and that put the Raptors up 3. Oh my, this was just, coming into this video, if we had lost, I was going to say, what is the problem with the Timberwolves with the Raptors? I mean, that still kind of applies here because this was in no way a good game. It's probably one of the worst games of the season for the Raptors, and it's funny that they still end up winning it, but I don't know what it is with the Timberwolves, man. They just lost to the Timberwolves a couple days ago, almost a week ago now, on Sunday. And then coming into this game, one of their worst offensive performance of the season, their worst shooting performance of the season. Now, yes, it is the second night of a back-to-back. Nobody really shot the ball well other than Norman Powell. I mean, Fred VanVleet was 4 for 20. Fred was 4 for 20, 2 for 9 from 3. Pascal 4 for 10. I mean, other than Norman Powell and Terence Davis, nobody shot over 50% from the field. So that just kind of tells you what the offense was looking like in this game. Nick Nurse went 12 people deep this game. Yuta got some minutes. Patrick McCaw actually got some minutes. The first game he's played in like a year and a half, it seems like. So shout out to Pat McCaw. Malachi Flynn got some minutes. So we went with a lot of players. And then Terence Davis and Stanley Johnson weren't really getting minutes in the first 3 quarters. But Nick Nurse decides to throw them out there in the fourth quarter, and that honestly kind of changed the game. Terence Davis was kind of that spark that we needed at the end of the third quarter, at the start of the fourth quarter. TD tonight, 11 points, 3 for 5. All of his field goals were threes, 3 for 4 from 3. So Terence Davis was that spark off the bench that we needed, because if it wasn't for him, you had Aaron Baines with 2 points, Malachi Flynn with 4 points, and that was it off the bench other than TD. So just not a good game at all by the Raptors, but somehow they managed to pull this one out. Norman Powell, season high, 31 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Very efficient. Best game of the season for Norman Powell. He just continues to get better, man. Like, I know he had a really good stretch last season before he got injured against the Jazz. But this season, man, ever since coming back, he's just... Wait, did he miss time? What am I saying? He hasn't missed that much time this year. I don't know what I'm saying. just this season starting in general, Norman Powell this is the best basketball he's played, period, in his career, this stretch that he's been on. 29 last game in Milwaukee, 31 today in Minnesota. So shout out to Norman Powell. This dude is just so good. I feel like he wasn't even getting good calls either. The amount of times this dude got fouled and they called nothing was actually insane. There was one replay where I think it was Anthony Edwards, where Norm was coming off a screen, tried to draw the foul. You know, he always does it. On the replay, you clearly saw that Anthony Edwards fouled him, like, so clearly. No question about it. Didn't call it. The refs were kind of iffy in this game, but the Raptors were letting that get to them in the third quarter. They were complaining quite a bit, especially Fred VanVleet. And I like what Norman Powell said in the post-game interview. He said that he pulled everyone together and told them to just calm down a little bit. I feel like he was kind of referencing Fred VanVleet because Fred was looking flustered, man. Fred, none of his shots were falling tonight. He was trying to get to the paint. His layups weren't falling. He just looked tired. And, yeah, so maybe that was directed towards Fred VanVleet. Maybe just the whole team. I don't know. But Fred, once again, just dude struggled. 4 for 20 tonight. I'm not too worried about it. He had a lot of open shots that he missed, especially in the fourth. A bunch of open threes. One on the fast break there that I definitely thought was going in. But, yeah, man, I don't know how the Raptors won this game, scoring 86 points. I mean, they did play pretty elite defense in the first half. Not so much in the third quarter, but then once again in the fourth quarter. You just look at the quarter scores here. We got Toronto won the first quarter 28-15. Minnesota won the second quarter 20-17, so 10-point lead at halftime. Feeling pretty good. Honestly, at half, I felt like the Raptors should have been up 20 because they were missing quite a bit of open shots and they were playing pretty good defense. But then that third quarter, Minnesota won it 29-13, bro. So Minnesota up 6 after the third quarter, and then the Raptors clamp up in that fourth quarter, only allowing 17 points. The Raptors shot 33% from the field and won this game. I don't know if that's ever happened before. Like, what? 33%. And they won the game. The Timberwolves shot 38.5%. The Raptors did shoot it better from 3, 7% better. They got to the line a lot more. I think they got to the line like 22 times. The Timberwolves did not get to the line that much. But yeah, man, they shot 33% and still won this game somehow. There's not going to be many nights where you shoot the ball that bad and you end up winning, so you've got to give credit to this Raptors team. I mean, yeah, the third quarter was bad, but look at the fourth quarter. Lots of impressive stuff there, especially Pascal Siakam. People are going to hate on him for this game, probably because you look at his stat line, 10 points, okay? But 3 blocks, I mean, he's kind of the reason the Raptors were in this game in the fourth quarter. Just the defensive energy. Even if he wasn't blocking shots, he was contesting everything, flying around. I mean, the whole team was, but Pascal especially. Shout out to Pascal, man. Great game last game. He struggles shooting the ball this game, but he decides to impact the game in other ways, which is what stars and all-stars do. So shout out to Pascal Siakam. How many assists did he have tonight? Because that's been a big part of his game. His improvement has been his playmaking. Pascal had 6 assists tonight, so 10, 9, and 6. So once again, a pretty good playmaking game for Pascal Siakam. That area of his game continues to improve. And other than that, I mean, Anthony Edwards had probably the dunk of the year, but I mean, people aren't going to look at his overall game. Dude didn't have a good game at all. 3 for 14, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. So yes, he was 0 for 7 from 3. Yes, he probably had the dunk of the year. Rest in peace to Yuta. That was one of the nastiest dunks I've ever seen, but don't get it twisted. Anthony Edwards did not have a good game. Karl Anthony Towns didn't really have a good game either. I mean, I'm going to look, 19 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. That's a good stat line, but he was efficient, but he played terrible defense, and he turned the ball over once again. I believe last time this team played, he had like 7 turnovers. This game, he has 5 turnovers. I mean, he's just putting up decent numbers on a really bad team, so Cat was really not that good tonight. I mean, who was that guy that came in off the bench? Jordan McLaughlin. I don't know why Ryan Saunders decided to take him out for Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio was struggling the entire game, only 7 points tonight. 3 turnovers, just not playing good. And Jordan McLaughlin was actually playing pretty well in that third quarter when the Timberwolves were going on their run. So I don't know why Coach Saunders decided to take him out, but we'll take it. It helped the Raptors get the win. As far as anyone else on the Timberwolves, I mean, Jaden McDaniels had a pretty good game. This dude, Jaden McDaniels, he plays pretty good defense. Like, especially on Pascal Siakam. Last game, Pascal struggled against him. This game as well. Same with Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, they're not like big names, but both of them have played pretty good defense on Pascal. So shout out to those guys. Jake Layman came in, hit a couple threes. He didn't even play the last time these two teams played. So I don't know. Overall, yeah, just not a good game. This was pretty much Norman Powell and a bunch of other people. It wasn't really the Raptors. I mean, in the fourth quarter, you can say it was the Raptors. But yeah, the Raptors play one of their worst games of the season. The Timberwolves play probably one of their best games of the season, especially in that third quarter, and the Raptors still win. So we'll take it. Those are my thoughts on this game. The Raptors are finally at 500. Let's just enjoy it while it lasts because we play the Sixers next, and it's going to be a tough game. So hopefully OG's back. Maybe Kyle will be back. I don't know, but that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.